Welcome everybody to episode 6 of the Super Auto Podcast. Today we have on Cotty. How you doing, Cotty?
Woo.
Cotty's the goat. I've been wanting to get him on for a while. Even though he did peer pressure me into getting him on the podcast.
I did no such thing.
Yeah, he DM'd me and said, "Why haven't you had me on the podcast yet?" But I was literally gonna ask him the next week, anyways. So he,
You and me are just so on the same page. I just wanted to make
Mhm.
you like not have to broach the question.
yeah,
Being a real bro.
yeah. Thank you. All right. Well, first off, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do in your life that's not just Super Auto Pets?
Sleep.
That's it.
No, so let's see. As of about 3 months ago, I moved back to the state of Georgia to do software sales, which I
Mhm.
also did out of college. But in between that, I went back home and did a bit of like a handyman home organizing type thing. It
Mhm.
really started with just like asking people what they needed help with. And it turns out that everyone's garage is like a nightmare.
Mhm.
So helping them go through their inventory and then getting like storage in place. And then I found a couple of hoarders
Mhm.
and it turned into hoarder remediation because that was like on retainer. So it was a weird little rabbit hole. It was
Mhm.
a good time. And I think it really helped with my when you jump in other people's lives like that, like because it turns out the stuff that they have is like not about the stuff.
Mhm.
It's like they're either a deceased family member or if it's a married couple, if they aren't able to get rid of that stuff, it's usually a sign of like a dysfunctional
Yeah.
relationship. So then getting pinned in the middle of that. So I learned a
Mhm.
lot about um patience and working with other people and
Mhm.
how insanely different people live their lives.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
eye opening.
yeah, for sure. First off, congrats on your new job. I know you just moved, like a month ago or something, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So.
This is month 2 or 3 of this job,
Mhm. We all
but it's
know you only took that job to get closer to Coke.
yes.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't the financial stability or
No, no, it
the
was
career
just so you
path.
can be close to
It
Coke.
was so I could be close to Coke and finally get him to show
Mhm.
his face.
Yeah. So how did you find and get into SAP in competitive SAP?
That's a good question. Northern Lion Enjoyer, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just found myself really wanting more like SAP content.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started watching Skootie. And then I started like looking for. Then I started watching Twitch like pretty often,
Mm-hmm.
like as far as SAP goes. And then that's where I found viewer lobbies. And then I was like, damn, this dude Kyogre's a monster. This
Mm-hmm.
dude Damon's a monster. And then I was like, I got to figure out where these guys are learning how to cook.
And
And
and me, right? You like,
oh
I
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, of course. Like you're like always watching like me, for sure. Because I'm like
Mm-hmm.
really good at the game and handsome, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly,
Okay. Yeah.
exactly.
Just wanted to
Um,
clarify.
for sure that you definitely didn't put the words in my mouth. You took them right out of my mouth.
Exactly. Yeah. I just
Yeah,
know
yeah,
like
yeah.
sometimes you struggle to like get out what you're really trying to say. So I wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that like
That is one thing I'm accused of is not being articulate. That is for sure. Um, but I think that really the competitive sap actually started after I started streaming. Now that I think about it, because all
Mhm,
these sweaty sap nerds would come in my chat and tell me how bad I am, and I was like, bro,
mhm.
what, where do y'all, where's your home?
Mhm.
Where are all of you cretins hoarding together and min maxing the game?
Yeah.
And then Damon showed me the dojo, and
Mhm,
then I got drafted and was like a 6 seed and
mhm.
did okay, and then went a 5 seed and got shit on, and here
Yeah.
we are.
And then people still kept drafting you earlier. I don't understand. But the worse you do, the higher you get drafted.
I mean, last season was my first positive win rate.
Hey man. I will say you definitely have been one of the more improved players. Like you've gotten a lot better from when you started to where you are now. So
I think it was when Kodo was like he has gaps in his game was the first person that like I took it seriously. It's like,
mhm.
okay, let me take a look. Like, where am I actually really like objectively? I mean, I'm the best to ever do it, but like,
Yeah,
where's the
yeah,
performance falling short, or
yeah,
what are my
yeah,
consistent faults?
yeah. People do say that like the top two, it's like you and then like Kyogre's like down here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like the main two. So you
yeah, for
kind
sure.
of answered this, but I was gonna ask, how did you get into streaming, and then what makes you continue to stream SAP? Like, did you stream before SAP, or how did that
Um,
that come about?
I'd been the month before I started streaming Super Auto Pets, I actually streamed. I spent a full month streaming the game Graveyard Keeper and averaged 1 to 2 viewers.
Hmm.
And I had been watching it a ton, and I've been watching Skootie, and I was like, I'm pretty like this game seems like a really good stream game. There's a ton of decisions to make. I'm pretty decent at it.
Hmm.
Um, let's give it a go. And then the community was just immediately so like welcoming and inviting, which was really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Um, and then once I started making friends in there, it just kind of sucks you in, and I never look back.
yeah. I mean SAP was a great game to like get into streaming for sure. Like the community is super super good.
Yeah, like if you're thinking about streaming, stream viewer like pay your dues and do viewer lobbies of Super Auto
Mm,
Pets,
yeah.
and you'll at least build some kind of a following.
Hmm.
Then like I've started mixing in other games and some stick, most don't. Like if I do Dark and Darker, there's still a threat to go under 10 viewers. but
Yeah, yeah.
but that's still it's still a good like starting point.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think the way that I kind of see it is okay. Like, imagine that the SAP streaming is like a corporation. Okay,
Mhm.
like when you play viewer lobbies, you're like an intern. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like you
I mean,
gotta you
you
gotta show
really
some
are like,
cred.
it's like, dude, I don't want to like. I got to a point where it's like, bro, I can't do another
Yeah,
day of
you're literally
only
clocking. You're
lobby.
clocking in, clocking out.
Like absolute, he was actually like going. Like, he was grinding that. I'm absolutely. He was grinding that harder than anybody, and he was getting like 50, 60 viewers, but like he actually had a breakdown.
Yeah, you guys made him quit the game. Yeah, man.
I mean, it's just because like it is really fun, but it is
Mm.
like you need varieties to spice of life, and there are people that will play it literally all day.
Yeah, I mean, dude, and I played it when like there was no custom packs, there was no random packs. It was literally just like pack one lobbies all day, every single time.
Yeah, and I mean it says something about uh the location, the average location on the spectrum of this community that we spend so much time doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, yeah. People wonder why Kai is so good at lobbies. He's been playing them nonstop for 2 years. He's just beating up all of the children that just started playing the game.
Um, the video I was making on my tournament win when I
Hmm.
was, I planned on finishing that, and then I got a job and things have kind of gotten. I
Hmm.
still want to finish it. It is just it's 20 hours, it's 20
Yeah,
hours of footage between me and Scooty.
yeah,
But
yeah.
as I was introducing the goats that are in that tournament, Kai is the boogeyman. He's in every lobby spooking spooking young children.
Yeah, the good thing about that was like there was actually like a hat on the line, so you know Kai can't win. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. I think that is what got me through both
Yeah,
Kai and Bagels.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Plot armor.
yeah, like, but yeah, literally an anime character. Oh my god.
And I'm the main character and the protagonist, so it all like lined
Yeah, yeah.
up.
Oh man. Wait, is it like okay? I don't know. I'm not a big Pokemon lore guy, but didn't Ash Ketchum like really struggle to win like the main thing for a while? Is that true or no?
um I mean, he was just a shit trainer, to be honest. Like,
So he is like Kyogre then, is what you're telling
uh,
me.
well, so Kai is Gary, who was just objectively a better
Mhm.
trainer.
Okay, okay.
Like, Gary put together a good team, actually trained him. Like
Mm.
Ash would like catch a metapod that didn't even know tackle and then spend all day fighting it in the woods, and then he caught a butterfree and let it go because he felt sad. And then he caught like 30 Taurus or whatever, and then he uses the same unevolved Pokemon for the entire series.
Yeah,
Like,
crazy that Pikachu was there the whole time.
yeah, and then he will like throw out like constantly was putting out Pokemon and fight major disadvantages,
Mhm.
like rolling Pikachu out against Brock and like refusing to like catch anything that could help him. Like, he's just a
Mhm.
bonehead.
Okay. Um, so I wanted to get into this a little bit. You're running a charity tournament this weekend,
Yeah.
Saturday the 13th. Can you just tell me a little bit how that's gonna run and the game plan for that?
Yeah. Well, knowing myself, I'm very shoot from the hip kind of guy. So I know that it's gonna be a little bit chaotic. Thank
Mhm.
goodness for people like Eggy, Kelby, Sammy Quince. They've all like made me go linear on getting it planned. But I
Mhm.
still do want there to be like a bit of a fun, chaotic vibe to it, which there will be plenty of with the donation goals.
Mhm.
But as of right now, we're at 91 registered people.
Yeah, I
Like,
actually believe that I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna clickbait the title anyways with this, but this is the biggest charity tournament in terms of players ever, I'm pretty sure. I don't
oh hell
think
yeah.
I don't think there's been a bigger charity tournament yet, so.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
But yeah, it just started with I got reached out to by an agency that representing Boys and Girls Club, which it was
Mhm.
pretty cool. Like that, it was really cool that they did that.
Mhm.
Um, and then they just their only parameters were to, you know, drive donations, have goals, and mention them like once an hour, and the rest of it they left up to me.
Mhm.
And so I can share the goals with you.
Okay.
I'll send them over to you so you can put them on the screen.
Oh, right. Most
Uh,
definitely. Everything.
but I think they're pretty funny and gonna be pretty fun. And the highlight, I kind of built all of this around the hot chip.
Okay.
It's 2 million Scoville units.
Okay. Can is there some context to where like how much is
Yeah,
like a ghost pepper or like a Carolina Reaper? Do you know?
yeah, that's a great question. So Carolina Reaper Scoville is okay, so it's okay. So jalapeno is 2,500 to 8,000.
Okay.
Cayenne pepper is 30,000 to 50,000, and a ghost pepper is 1.6 to 2 million.
Okay, so it's about as hot as a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
Oh god. So wait, do you have to
It's-
eat the whole chip or do you only have to eat like a
yeah.
piece?
So it's Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper pepper.
Mm.
Pepper Scoville. Let's see what that one is. Okay, yeah. So the Naga is 1.4 million. But yeah, I mean it's just one chip, but you gotta eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Like I do not deal with hot stuff very well. Like I like hot stuff for the most part, but I'm a little white boy, so
Well,
so
there's two types of white people. There's ooh, milk is spicy, and then there's like fuck me up with the spiciest stuff you got. Like I've been the one that goes into like an Indian restaurant and is like, hey, make it spicy, and they're like, okay, and I like grab the server. I'm like, hey, make it spicy. Like fuck me up.
Oh man. So I think you talked about this a little bit, but so why did you pick the charity that you did, the Boys and Girls Club of America? How have they been through the process?
I mean, it's props to them. They hired an agency to go out and seek out people that thought would represent the brand well. And so, I
Mm,
mean, they reached out. I didn't pick a charity. I wasn't
mm,
planning on doing a charity event. They just asked
mm.
me to do one.
Yeah, for some they have
Um,
a really bad PR team, so they decided to go for you. That's what you're
yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is a pretty cool, like, I mean, you see corporations struggle to adapt to the modern like influencer
yeah
market, and the seeing companies that are like, and then you'll see some that like they try and they look at the top 10 streamers on Twitch and try and pay them an assload of money to do something. But there's, if you can organize it and you can do in volume, you can get a lot of little pockets and still make it still make a real impact. So it's I don't know, it's nice for us little guys to get to do something to help people.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I've seen a lot of SAP people that have been doing this lately, like Tuzi, you, I'm doing one. Some of the people have talked about it. I think Aggie did a charity stream. I don't know if that one was pushed for anybody, but she did a charity stream too.
No,
recently.
Aggie does like all of her own stuff to the T. She picks who she wants it for. She plans everything. She doesn't need some agency to give her a team of people to get her to do something nice. She just
I am too lazy to.
Yes.
I need somebody to like baby walk me through it like as easy as possible. So you also mentioned this a while back. You won Skootie's random pack tournament. Walk me through how that run was, and is that the thing you're most proud of winning in SAP, or?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
So it actually was the day after an Alabama game, so I was blisteringly hungover. And I don't know. The pools with the content creators, those were fairly straightforward. I think I got like first, second, and then like fifth, and then second. But I'm not sure what it is about random packs. I think I figure out I'm good at finding the pretty good ideas faster than most people. I kind of fall off when it's like once you have the same pack to study for a long time and you're really optimizing to like the absolute end of it. But making it through both those pools, or making it through that pool, and then I still don't know how I beat Katarba and then Kai, and then, or was it Requar? Was it Katarba or Requar? I think it was Requar. They're the same person in my head because they flip flop names all the time and both talk shit. But the set versus Kai, I'm pretty sure that I just hit it's Fengar.
Yeah, I think it was Fengar. Okay.
Fengar, Requar.
They're like all the same person anyways.
Yeah. They're all scary, sweaty sap nerds. And I love all of them. But the one versus Kai, I mean, they all came down to like one game, like one life, one game.
Yeah.
But I think I played well, and then I think that I got lucky, and it just couldn't have lined up any better.
Yeah, that was a crazy run. You were labeled under content creator, right? Because it was like 8 creators and like 8 videos. Is that
but like. But it was kind of overstacked on the content creator side too, because you still had suboptimal. You had multiple team tour 1 seeds in the content creator side too, 1 and 2 and 3 seeds.
Yeah, that tournament was pretty sick. I remember kind of watching that tournament. So the lore was I was on the road. We were going to like Minnesota, I think, and I live in Illinois, so we're driving north or whatever. So we're driving, and I'm like on my phone, and the service is horrible. So I'm cutting in and out, and I'm like trying to watch the tournament and like see what's going on. And then like eventually, we get to wherever we're going. So I didn't see the end, and I'm like, I checked later in my phone, like, oh my god, Cotty won the tournament. That's kind of crazy.
Then I still was, and then Markoto still ranked me a B+.
No, he had you were into C+, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he had you rated so low. He had you under some crazy people.
I was like, God damn! Like, what do I got to do to get some respect around here? And then he drafted me, which I thought was even more. Like maybe he was just tanking my stock.
Oh yeah, that is a good strategy. I've tried it before.
Well, yeah, I mean, he sees the means of production with being the guy that makes the rankings. It's a big scheme.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I tried doing it this season. I tried my best to rank anonymous as low as possible, and
That's why you
people
always
still
shit
drafted
on
him high.
me.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually,
Yeah.
you were somebody I was gonna take if like everybody had fallen off the board because I had like a couple people that I wanted and a couple people I knew I wasn't gonna draft. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if push comes to shove, I'll take Cotty. Um,
Then
but
you'd have to put your team last in the rankings like
oh,
every single week.
of course, yeah, because I mean, Cotty hate is my number one priority. So,
I definitely didn't create that. Um, so what are the things that you look for? I'm turning the interview around. What are the
okay.
things that you look for consistently in players through the draft? Are there any like silver bullet things you're looking for, or is it
Mhm.
like talk me through your drafting process?
So okay, like this season, it's a little different because there's so many the packs are important. Usually how I like doing it was like, with my first pick, which, usually I don't captain. This is only my third season captaining. So, and it's been, a little different each time. Now what I look for with my first pick, this season I had two options. I was either gonna go with somebody who covered all of the packs because I don't really do that as much. So that's why I wanted like anonymous and like I was considering taking like Crocs if all my other picks had fallen, because pack versatility and being active and stuff.
Mhm.
I went with Echo because me and Echo are homies, and I felt that me and Echo were both getting a little bit underrated in the board, so I kind of wanted to do that too, just because I felt like it would be cool.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why I went with that. In terms of like my more bottom seeds, I looked activity and I'm very surprised about the two people that I got, Mav and Flame, because I thought people rated them pretty highly, and I had a list of 6 to 8 people, and I'm like one of them has to drop or two of them have to drop, and they were two of the people that were on my list, and I couldn't be more happy. I love like Flame is a goat. I love Flame. He's one of the best learners I've ever been on a team with. He's a grinder, super nice guy. So I love Flame. So I don't know. I feel like I've been on a bunch of different teams, like with varied success. I've been on some bad teams, so I think just activity, how people learn, how good they are, at the time, what they cover that I don't. That's kind of the gist of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that makes total sense because I've been on teams where there's people like you want effort
Hmm.
and like you can call it accountability, you can call it willingness to learn, whatever,
Hmm.
but like the ability to look at themselves and like take feedback with like and implement it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've been on teams with people that are super active and play a million games,
Hmm.
but don't learn or change their gameplay at all. And then of course there's the people that don't put any effort and then
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
and then of course they don't improve at all.
Oh
Um
yeah, for sure. Like this season was like my first season as a captain, where like I looked at it and I'm like, there's some people here that no matter if they fall, how good they are, like I'm just not gonna take them for
mhm.
a range of reasons. Because before I usually draft best available. Is kind of my strategy before. And this season I still think the two picks were maybe the best available, but
Yeah.
I looked more like on activity and how good of a teammate I think they were gonna be.
Is he a
So
locker room guy or is he going to be poison for the locker room, you know?
yeah, exactly. And yeah, like that's how I felt about Flame. Was like there's a chance he's not that good, but I felt like he had a pretty good chance to be good.
I'll have to
So
check him out. I've been super impressed with Mav. I haven't
mm,
seen much of Flames gameplay.
yeah,
So
yeah. Matt's first set was not good in Team Tour, but he's been doing really good in the dojo. And we've gone over the reasons why I think he did bad in that first set. So
mhm.
I think he will improve. Um, so every episode we do a little bit of trivia. Um, you
Okay.
know, so this one you kind of hinted on it. You were on debatably the worst team, if not one of the worst teams of all time.
Yeah.
That being Only Cans. Can you name
Oh.
all 9? Well, technically there's 10 people that were on that team. I'll give the 10th one as a bonus point. Can you name all 9 people that were on that Only Cans team? and then the 10th one is a bonus because they subbed in at the last moment of the season and then DQ'd their set.
Well, that one is Bard, right?
No.
That wasn't Bard that DQ'd. Bard worked his way onto one of my teams. I was like, "What is this dude doing here?"
No,
Okay.
So there was a person on your team that dropped midway through the season, and then somebody subbed in for them just for the last set, and they DQ'd that last set. They didn't even play.
Oh, that was Oh, he's a Fall Guys streamer. I'll get back to that one.
Yeah,
but
that's the harder one.
Bagels, obviously,
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
We had. Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
Hey man, you're on their team. You got this.
Yeah, but like we were bad. The team was uninvolved. Was that the team with Geo?
No, Geo wasn't on this team.
Geo would have been on my. The team I was on with Geo made the playoffs.
Yeah, you guys. Wait, you're on a team with Geo?
Yeah, we didn't have extra, did we?
You guys had extra. Yeah, I was doing this in my head, and that was the one person I forgot was extra.
You remember the other ones?
Yeah, I got the other 9 off top, and then I was like, who is there like 3/4 team? I'm like, oh my god, extra was on the dog shit team.
So Crazy Train.
Crazy Train's the guy that DQ'd. Yeah.
Right. Who else was on that team?
Okay, so so far you got Bagels, Extra, you, and Crazy Train. I can give some hints whenever you want me to.
Yeah, give me a hint.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. This person just came back. This is the person that dropped out midway through the season because he got beaten so bad by Damon that he retired from SAP. And he just came back. He's a fan favorite. He got drafted way earlier than expected in this draft this season.
I don't know.
It's
not Karma, is it?
No, not Karma. He's a streamer. He smokes a lot of weed. He was known for being a 50-50 versus any player. That was his thing.
He's a streamer that smokes a lot of weed?
Yes. He was known for being 50-50 versus any player. He was coached by Katarba.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Draco.
Oh, but Draco was on that team?
Yeah, he dropped out after getting destroyed by Damon. He lost like 5-0 to Damon in a drinking set, and then he just gave up.
I also didn't know he smokes a lot of weed.
Yeah,
I should have gotten it off the streaming hint.
Okay. This person.
Okay,
I'll keep going. Okay, next person. This person was actually the captain of this team. This was the co-captain team. So this was Bagels and this person. They were with Bagels because I think they were looked at to be the weakest captain or one of the weaker captains in the co-captain pool because there was 2 this season. So he was one of the co-captains. He's not in this season. He was in season 1, I believe. He's an OG. Man, I'm trying to think of some other ways to describe this guy.
Did he play last season?
No, the last season he played was in season 5, and he was on Hop's team, Zeta Beta Tau. You got this.
I don't think I got this. Chicago wasn't on this team either.
No,
I think I played him a lot that season.
No, Chicago wasn't on this team. So Cruiser is the person.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, memory unlocked. That's right.
Cruiser was your captain that season, which was really funny that you don't remember.
Well, I mean, it was such a forgettable season.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's most notable for being so awful.
You blocked it out of your head. Okay, next person. So they're in this season. They played last season on Moose's team.
Okay.
They got drafted pretty they got to the fourth round this season, which people thought was a little late. They were on my team in season 3 and we won, which made him get drafted really high on this team. He was like their first actual pick, I believe. What are some other ways to describe him? Oh,
what pack is he playing this season?
This season, so he played pack 1 in his first set, and then this week he's playing the weekly pack. He's mainly a pack 1 player. He has an emote in the dojo that is used a lot. That is like his thing.
I'd have to read the dojo.
It's him dabbing, or his character dabbing. Do you know who this is?
Oh no, I don't know.
He was on a streak for a while of him like doing really good in major tournaments, like in season 3 and after. He's on Makoto's team this season.
It's not Lightmare, is it?
No, it's not Lightmare. He's on Koto's team this season. He played Hop the first week.
Is it Tibby?
It's not Tibby.
Tangle flex with a feed. I got nothing, dog. I got nothing.
It's Casil.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
because
man,
you really blocked this out in your head. Head.
It's also like my brain doesn't work in like a. My brain works in whatever like. This is like the opposite of a word bank, right? Like you have to like.
Yeah.
I work off of formulas, not off of like random strings of information. Like I have to be able to connect dots, or I'm never gonna arrive at the conclusion you want.
Okay. We still got a couple more.
Oh boy! Oh god!
Okay, this one. They're also a streamer. They don't play SAP anymore. Well, very much. They do play SAP, but not very often. We mentioned him earlier in this stream.
Okay.
Pack 1 guy. He had an undefeated team tour season. But he's not like a top player. He drinks a bit is a funny way to describe it, but yeah, he does drink a bit. He's in an event. He was in an event that you're in right now. The event that I'm running, he was in that.
Wait, I thought this was the first one of that event.
Yeah, the event that I'm running, he was in it like this season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he streams. He doesn't stream that much anymore.
SAP anymore. He does stream his other games. You notably shot him.
I know. Wait, it was someone that was on my team? Wait, Tuzi was on my team?
Yeah. Tuzi was on this team.
Wait, Tuzi was on OnlyCans?
Yeah, Tuzi was on OnlyCans. That's a crazy piece of knowledge for you. It took me a while because I was like, okay,
that's how Tuzi and I became friends.
Yeah, yeah. Tuzi says, bro, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when I was going back, because I'm like, I don't want to ask anything too crazy, so I want to see if I can get this by myself. He was like one of the later people that I got. I'm like, oh yeah, Tuzi was on this team. Crazy. Okay, there's no way you're ever gonna get this person. Malobio was on this team. I don't even know Malobio.
Oh yeah,
he went
0 right?
I think no, he didn't. He was actually somebody who did good on that team. I think for the most part, he went like normal. He was the last.
That was a 50-50 shot, and I whiffed that one.
The season. So, what season was it? It was a season where you were on Koto's team. I think you guys drafted. No, wait. This was the season after that. Season 5. He got drafted like the second to last pick overall in the team pro draft, and then he didn't show up. So then he got like subbed in for somebody else. That's like all I know about Malobio. Okay, there's so Casil, Cruiser, X-Ray, Draco, you, Tuzi, Malobio. There's one.
And
more
that
person.
team went over.
Yeah, there's one more person. He plays now. He's like captain this season. Um, he's a meme, I would say. Um, he he's a fan favorite, of course. We all love him.
Dune.
Dune, yeah.
Okay.
That so
So
yeah,
this
so
is
that
this
was
is when I started screaming Dune whenever.
yeah. So that's the team: Bagels, Casil, Cruiser, X-Ray, Draco-Cotty, Tuzi, Malobio, Dune, and then Crazy Train for
What a
one set.
goated and throated team.
Yeah,
Other than like the obvious, or like other than the data that proves empirically otherwise, that
yeah,
team is
yeah.
cracked.
That team went 0-7. And fun fact, I'm pretty sure like every set, or maybe it was every set but one, you guys lost 3-4 every single time. You guys,
I know that I had a ton of 3-4 losses that season.
yeah, that team almost won so much, but never actually won. Okay, so that's the trivia. Okay,
Nailed it.
yeah. So you've had a very unique team tour experience in terms of like results and the teams that you've been on. What set do or did you feel the best about winning, and what set do or did you feel the worst about losing?
I was the most shocked about getting rolled by Tuzi.
Oh
So that
yeah, he did destroy you that one season. He went
yeah,
undefeated.
he just absolutely showed up and showed out. That one
Mm.
sucked, but I mean, I'm gonna say the going 0-4 to Noobskills on the second
Oh
one.
yeah, on the run back. Wait, did you lose
Yeah,
0 for the first time? And it was like
in
four
the
one.
Master of the Dojo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was 4-1, right, or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. No, I'm maybe 4-1. Um. I'm pretty sure they're both. I got skunked on both.
Maybe yeah.
Like I think Noobskills said there was probably one game I could have maybe won in the first set, but the other ones
Mm-hmm.
he said it was the hardest high rolling he's ever done in his life.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also him just making me feel better because I got curb stomped.
Yeah.
And then I would say like the best like overall win that I've had was probably against Katarba last season.
Wait, you beat
Uh,
Catharba last season?
Yeah, that was Catawba, right? I beat a 2 seed, and that was kind of when I was most cooking, and then I lost to Noob Skills in Match of the Dojo, and that began my. That's like right around when I hit the like got over 2,000 was on the leaderboard,
Mm-hmm.
and then Noob Skills took just like that fucked my head up so bad.
Dude, yeah,
Just had me
man.
questioning my life.
Yeah, dude, Noobskills just has your number, man.
Yeah.
That yeah, so that was crazy. So what's been your best win, you think? The one you felt the Oh wait, you already said guitar, but
I think it's the Katarba one. If we're limiting it to team tour, yeah.
oh yeah, okay.
I mean, out of anything, it's got. I mean, that's still the Skootie tournament.
Oh
Um,
yeah, of course.
but team tour games, yeah, I would. I think that was probably my most solid performance.
Hmm. Okay. So then my next question, what has been your favorite streamer collaboration?
Favorite streamer collab.
Yeah.
Kelby and I have had some good ones. Any of the any of the drinking sets with Kelby or Damon. Even Damon doesn't stream, but
Mhm.
he might like he is a stream. He's a personality.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
the I mean this Sap Survivor is like
Mm.
absolutely up there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I've
I
been
mean
having a blast with it.
Yeah, and I mean it's really well done, well thought out, and I mean it's had some of the most genuine, like funny, like
Mhm.
especially the confessionals. Those are
Oh my
getting
god, yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Dude,
Um,
dude,
you're running a master class on effort to farmed content.
thank you. Yeah, dude, I am doing my best to stream and never play the game.
It is actually incredible. Like it's well done. It
Well,
is.
I do appreciate that, but yeah, man, it's running some really funny moments. Um, Yeah, how do you feel that's going for you? I mean, you're in a pretty good spot, I would say.
Yeah, I'm in a spot where if because I moved, I really can't stream in my old time slot, so I don't my numbers aren't quite as and just because I'm like less consistent.
Yeah.
But you know, I can still go live and hit 30 to 50, which is
Mm.
really cool.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in a spot where like you know, people every stream I come into, everyone says hey and is like happy to see me. I think that's one of my favorite parts. It's just like
Mhm.
I don't know, I feel like I got friends all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then my sap game is it's not I'm not at my peak, but I'm like in terms of not absolute peak, but I'm in the highest level of gameplay I've had in a while, and I think that's kind of reflecting.
Yeah.
Um, uh, you know, I can play a different game and still get, you know, still have a crew that hangs around a little bit. I do wish I had more of like a um active like I would say my chat is it has a lot less like bullshitting and shit. It's either like they're on one with a bunch of shit talking, or it's like everyone's just vibing.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I guess careful what I wish for because I'm just gonna have nothing but um cake W's
Yeah.
and point and laugh.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the shit talk, just come to my stream. Everybody does that anyways. Yeah.
Um, oh, what's up, Subo? Speaking of people that are insanely hard on themselves,
Yeah, for sure.
the goat self doubt.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm honestly, what you mentioned too. I'm a little worried about how good the confessionals are, this season
Yeah,
because I'm planning to do more seasons, and I feel like it's irresponsible to assume they're all going to be as good as they've been from this season. Like, it's hard to like ask 10 new people to replicate what you guys have done.
yeah, and I don't think you should. I think like the bar's just been set, you know. So it's more
Yeah.
of like, man, like
Yeah.
the season one confessionals, like it should be a goal to aspire to for the future seasons.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys have done a great job carrying my content. That's what
Bro,
I.
I have done one confessional. It was 5 seconds of me giggling at the camera.
That was a great
Um,
confession.
but like you know the like Equi is starting to is like putting in
Yeah, dude, the
production.
Hector one was a
The
good one.
production value is getting out of control. I don't know what his budget is, what he's paying his producers, but there's no way he's seeing an ROI on that.
Outside of you, who do you think's gonna win? Last one standing. Who do you
I mean,
got?
Equi's if Equi didn't get the curse of the captainship put on him,
Mm.
he'd be my shoe in. Kelby is a known cockroach. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he thrives on lethal. So I could, but he's also a known thrower for content.
That's true.
It would be sick if Hungry Manning just like vibed his way through to a dub.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, but if I had to put my money where my mouth is, I think it's Equi.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Equi is in a great spot. You guys have a strong team in it too. You, Equi, Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We managed to punt Markoto away for the memes, and
yeah.
then like that was just objectively such a horrible decision, but it was so funny.
Yeah, Makoto's a bad player. Don't worry.
True. He has been getting shit on by Coke for like months now.
that is true. Um, so what is your favorite pet design? And you can go in terms of like the way it's drawn, or you can go in like the ability, or both, or whatever.
Okay. Not too long ago, it would have been clownfish. I fell in love with that thing when I was on my badge hunting arc. But let's take a look.
Do you have all the badges yet?
There's a ton of like I probably have like 7 in pack 2 I need to get, and then I'm done. I just haven't. I guess I stopped grinding the badges right before the pack 2 rework. So I guess it's been a while.
Yeah, I have not gone for badges in forever.
Oh, Cobra is just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Crane is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like Rain.
Let's see. Moses got some of the coolest art, I think.
Yeah, the Moza art is nice. Everybody already knows that I'm the parrot guy. I love me a parrot.
And I think that's where we are very much on the same page. Parrot, uh, it got worse recently, I feel like, just because of the
Yeah, the meta.
uh yeah, and with Rabbit getting nerfed by Mouse weirdly made Parrot worse just because you don't have as much early game scaling.
Yeah, you
Um
don't buy skunk as much anymore, and buying parrot before you would like snap buy it on turn 7 because it's just another skunk whenever you find skunk.
mhm.
So not now it is a little worse, but I still love parrot.
I think final answer is gonna be Lynx.
Oh yeah, did you love links, man? I
I
see you
fucking
take links
love
every time.
Lynx. I fucking love Lynx.
Like so you're like one of the only people that I watch that ever does like weeklies or like random packs occasionally still. And like
Mhm.
I don't know how good Links is because I just see you take it every time, so I don't know if it's like you just love it or I should be also taking it all the time.
Well, I think it because it's one of those tier fours. Tier fours are in a weird spot, right? Because like
Mm-hmm.
completely committing to a tier four as an anchor is can be kind of tough because they just get outclassed by tier fives and sixes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in that good spot where like it's got some pretty good stats. It does some good damage. And as you scale, as you like get other pets tier 5 and 6 that you're like dumping resources into,
Mm-hmm.
that still benefits the links.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and then like you can also just squad wipe people if you get enough of them.
Yeah. So my next question, if you could make one change to the game, what would it be and why? So this can be anything. They just give you control of the game for, a day, and they say you can make one change. What do you do?
Hmm. Uh, I I change how Elo works.
Oh, okay. Talk to me.
Yeah, so because I think there's probably two changes you need to make.
Mm,
Okay, there's a couple things. I think the challenges right now is that outside of top 10, there's no incentive to play. Like making number go up, sure,
mm,
but uh, I think there's a challenge of people sitting at the top. I think you need some elo decay.
okay.
I think you need tiers that have like
Mm,
platinum, diamond, et cetera, et
mm,
cetera. And I
yeah.
think those having badges or rewards or something like
Hmm.
that. And then
Yeah.
they need to be seasoned. So like every
Mm,
3 months, the ladder or six, whatever it is, the ladder resets.
hmm.
And whatever you achieve the highest rank of the previous season, you get those badges for. And I
Yeah.
think that like it would be really fun to be like, yeah, I'm iron stuck. Like some people really love claiming that.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think that would get enough people like playing.
Hmm.
Uh, you could then maybe consider doing ranks for individual packs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree with that. And actually, I did a prediction stream for 2024, and one of the things I did have in there was that they add ranks to ranked. So like like
Mhm.
gold or diamond or something. They probably won't do gold diamond, but something of that nature. I'm sure that they hopefully will do it. I don't know, but I think yeah, Elo Decay or like giving a really like a meaning to playing ranked for sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean you hit all the talking points there really.
and they should do like business suggestion is that they should do cosmetics.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
they're trying, and this I'm just ripping this one off Scooty, but like it because we talked about it, but it makes total sense. Like
Hmm.
the the whole like Sap Prime or whatever it is that
Hmm.
some of us are paying $2 a month for just to support them. Like it was a
Hmm.
very half-baked way of them addressing the problem. They wanted like a consistent stream of revenue
Hmm.
on a game that was built on transactions.
Yeah.
And so like, and if you're not going to bring something to the table to put out consistently, then
Mm,
um, I don't know. Like if you want, like I think doing skins for individual pets, and you do it like Fortnite, where you have like three that are out a
mm,
week, and they're
yeah.
like $1 to $3.
Yeah.
Um, I think people would love that.
Mm,
And then you do some that are only attainable through that are only attainable through achievements in the game. Now
mm,
that does require, and maybe it's stickers, or
yeah.
maybe
It's
you know
something though, yeah, for sure.
maybe it's hats, maybe it's skins. It would require more like art
Mm,
resources, but like that's how they actually would
mm,
that would be a good like way for them to consistently make money, because they're stuck in um this old business model.
mm,
It looks like the old video game business model where um it's like you can only put out whenever you put out a game or a DLC is when
mm,
you make money, instead of like
yeah.
um there's no way to just like there's no evergreen way to make money without a whole bunch of effort
Mm,
that you only make money off once.
for sure. So that's all the questions I have, but let's get into some viewer questions now. We got a few. First viewer question comes from Kelby. He asks, "Do you ever have issues balancing your online life with your professional life?" And he also says, "Congrats on the new job."
Uh hey Kelby. Absolutely. I mean, I think especially being like a 32-year-old guy is kind of a weird spot in life. Um,
Hmm.
my friends are either married with kids, with really young kids, so they have no time.
So you're playing their kids in SAP.
Okay, they're not old enough to operate their own devices yet.
Okay, okay.
Um, or my friends are like very single, like, and unlike me, there's a very good reason why, like
Yeah. Yeah,
um
yeah.
and so this has been like a good activity for me to do, like with a like something like a hobby to work on, but
Mhm,
it's also something that calls you to be inside, and it's giving
mhm,
you like, I call it like cheap social calories. Like you're interacting
mhm.
with a lot of people, but you're not in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um so I mean, yeah, it's super easy right now for me, especially because I'm in a new city. Like
Mm,
I've lived here before, but I'm like 20 or 30 minutes away. I'm a little more in the suburbs.
yeah.
It's super easy for me to come home from work, take a nap, and then just play video games all weekend and not leave my house.
Yeah.
Um, so the answer is be honest with myself when I feel like I spent too much time inside, and then try and get something to do outside. But like as of
Mhm.
right now, it's pretty much just work and game and sleep, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I feel like it's weird to say this kind of because I'm a streamer and that involves like interacting with people a lot. But like I'm pretty antisocial to myself for the most part, like in real life, because
Yep.
like I will hang out with people, but like dude, after like 2 hours, I'm like I'm good. I
Hmm.
don't want to be around humans anymore.
Yeah.
Um, so so I think streaming is like perfect because like I'm still interacting with people somewhat, but then like dude, after stream I'm like I don't know if it's like the human interaction or what. It's like the weirdest thing. Like I am like so tired after streams usually,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
because you have
like
to be on.
exactly, yeah. You're putting on a show for 4 hours straight, like to some extent.
Yeah.
So
I will say that streaming, I've built like, and this would kind of happen. Gaming's kind of had like an interesting spot for me because it is a bit of a reclusive or retreating thing. Like if I've got stressors or something outside of in my IRL life, I'll start to game more.
mhm.
Uh, but I've made some of my most real friends over this medium.
Oh,
Like
for sure, yeah.
um like I'm going to a wedding in March that is through, like I would not be going to
Mhm.
um then I never would have met the person. And it's the second time in my life where I'm going to a wedding where it'll be meeting the person for the first time IRL. Uh, but and you know, like some of the people I've made some of the best friendships, the realest friendships through this, like Kelby being one of them, Eggy being one of them, just like ride or dies that are as real friendships as others.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's a lot of it's just what you make of it, and a lot of it's just the state of the world, and then you know, just got to make sure that you aren't, you know, all things in moderation, right? So, um, if you're asking that question, you're probably wondering it yourself, and just like try being outside a little bit more.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the sap wedding. We get everybody, you know, from the sap scene.
Yeah.
Come on, dude, Hop and Skunkle gotta step up their wedding planning. You know,
Yeah, for real.
They gotta speed that up.
Venus already hosted one, yeah, but this one's got to be IRL.
Yeah, we need to have like a sap meetup. Guy, dude, sap meetup.
That would be,
sap meetup goes crazy.
It would smell so bad. I think Damon and I would have. Damon and I would get arrested.
Yeah, like the thing is, sap is so weird because you got like people like you and Damon, and then you got like people in the middle like me and Titus who like don't like drink or smoke or do anything, and then you have like literal children. So like it would look like a weird family reunion. It's like you got like the two drunk uncles, you got like a couple normal people, and then like a bunch of little kids running around playing hide and seek. like a Knob and Maverick are just off the corner playing tag.
That was one of the things, like when a teammate last season wanted coaching, and I was like, man, I'm gonna do it on I can't do it in a voice call because just like I just can't admit that I got in a voice call. Like I spent 20-30 minutes talking to a 14-year-old alone in a voice call. Like that's just not.
Yeah, like the FBI is gonna like.
I'm going to fucking jail, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god, man. Yeah, we will not name the teammate who you have some beef with.
I do have a beef with the 13-year-old.
Over an animal emoji game.
This is not about the animal emoji game. It's about accountability.
You had a tough day in 7th grade, okay?
Yeah.
It was hard.
I was like, I just can't hear this person say one more time that they need coaching and then skip another coaching session. Like I'm gonna freak out. Like it was. I think it was just as small as that just sent me nuclear. I was like, you're driving me fucking crazy, and we're losing because of it. Like I need you to win one game, dog.
That person, Echo.
Yeah, it was Echo.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
I think most likely to meet up IRL has got to be me and Tuzi, and honestly, me and Kelby.
Yeah, we need Kelby to come to the States, and
then maybe Egerton if she's okay with doxing herself IRL to me.
Next question comes in from Noobskills. He asks, "What is your favorite memory from the watermelon stream?"
Oh man!
So wait, to clarify, can you explain to everybody what the watermelon stream was?
Do you want the clips?
Oh god. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So the watermelon stream. It all started on my birthday stream. Like back in, I guess it would have been back in April. And I had a bunch of people on to play games. That's got to be up there on collabs, by the way. Eggy dropped some insane bars, and Gavin was just on one. But Gavin was egging chat on. It's like, you know, for donations. He was like, do a donation goal. I was like, what would I make it for? He's like, I don't know, like 80 subs. At this point, I was at like 35 subs. He's like, 80 subs, and you pop a watermelon between your legs. And I was like, sure. And then I'm like, bro, in under an hour.
Yeah.
50 subs just rolled in. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. But then, like I said, I'll do it as soon as I pass this test that I was studying for, and it took me like 6 months to pass this test.
I
So
remember that. Yeah, it was like a forklifting test, right, or something.
it was a it was a software certification.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And like there's and I should have taken the hint. Like if it's taking you this long to pass this test, like maybe you shouldn't be an admin. But I just kept beating my head at it. I eventually passed it, and then I was like, it's been so long. Like I owe a little bit more than this, and I need something to like build up the popping the watermelon. So I said, okay, you know what? Um I'll also put rubber bands on. Like I'll do the rubber band thing where you get a watermelon, and for every dollar donated or gifted, and or for every gift sub that'd be $5, I'll put a rubber band for each dollar on the watermelon. And we got to exactly 400 watermelons. Just put the first clip in your chat.
Okay.
And I mean the watermelon popping and busting the fan blade off the ceiling.
Oh god. Okay.
It's got to be one of the funniest things that's happened on my stream. And like me being shocked that like it
my god.
Yeah. Like I was leaving to go and get more rubber bands because I had bought exactly 400.
Yeah.
And then like as I was walking out the door, I heard it.
That's crazy. Wait, I remember. Didn't you like show like the damage this did?
Yeah. So it busted the fan blade. Like if you play the clip in slow-mo,
wait. Oh my god.
you can see the fan blade come down.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to run this one back.
And then I had
eating the watermelon is crazy, by the way.
I mean, at that point, like you gotta own the bit. But like, and then like for some reason I was surprised that like the velocity with which it left the watermelon, like it actually cleared probably 12 feet to the right of the screen. It went all the way over my king size bed and splattered along the wall and up to the ceiling.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, second clip. Melon over man. Oh god.
So that was the first watermelon. The second one was me trying to pop it with my legs, and like I actually thought I was gonna have an aneurysm here. I think it was too ripe and too fresh. I should have left it out, and it was cold. I should have left it outside.
Yeah. Nice shirt, by the way. To do with your dad. Is that what went to your job interview?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you got the job.
Is like the only shirts I have bought in the past like 6 months have been funny shirts for stream. Now to the point where like my rotation of shirts, I had to buy blank shirts to have shirts to wear outside. Because like the only shirts I have are like Judge Judy, or I mean I can wear. I've accepted that I can wear the Thundercats shirt outside and just look like a little bit of a dork.
Yeah.
But like I cannot wear the to-do list your dad shirt in public.
Yeah, you can't go get a coffee and wear that.
Like I'm gonna get like someone's gonna punch me.
Yeah, I mean, especially where you live, they don't even.
Yeah. And then like the lemon party one, I might be able to like I could probably wear that one outside because it's just some lemons smiling and hanging out. Yeah. And if you get it, you're like, wow, dude, gross.
Oh man. All right. So next question comes from Hiru. He asks, how does it feel to be a boomer playing sap with a bunch of kids?
It feels like being a boomer playing sap with a bunch of kids. Yeah. Like it was not that long ago that I was like 22, 23, 24 coming out of college. And I mean that time kind of flew by, but at the same time, like I did experience a lot of like I went through a lot of big life moments in a pretty short period of time. And it's like, oh yeah, these these kids just don't know what's coming yet.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I'm a kid at heart, so like just playing game. Like I'm always gonna play games. I'm always gonna want to play games.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of little stinky brats around here that need to learn a thing or two.
Yeah, we can see the gray hair coming in a little bit on the camera. You know, Silver Fox, Cotty.
Oh, Silver Fox, another one of my favorite pets.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Silver Fox is so cool. Even though it's kind of shit, it's so cool.
Yeah, Silver Fox and Weasel are tight.
Yeah. Next question comes in from Tuzi. He asks, what do you want to see from a survival game that would make it a cut above the rest?
That's a good one. So it's got like one of the big things that survival games really need is an end goal. Or something you're like achieving towards. Like, for instance, the Subnautica games, there's like a clear puzzle or problem you're working through.
Yeah.
And then so I'll use Subnautica as an example of like the gold standard, even though I haven't played it. I still think it is like
just like a normal American.
Yeah, I watched the Let's Play and thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, and like watching survival games, I don't watch survival games for the most part.
Yeah.
I just play them. But like the puzzle, like getting off the planet is like your end goal.
Okay.
And then the world being all underwater, like it set the environment up so that they just did a really good job of like making you go and explore and find new areas that gave you new abilities so that you could explore a place you hadn't before. It all kind of like built on itself, but it all made sense. It all tied back in really well. It gave like building your base a purpose. And I think that's like using that kind of model. But something that's like above ground with like sword and board, you know, you're having to venture to new areas to get stronger metals or stronger resources or something, and having like you can travel further to go and fight bigger and scarier monsters so that you can get access to new resources. I think so that you can go and do, I don't know, like throw the ring in Mordor or something. Like, but like some kind of thing like that is my answer.
Yeah, just making sure it has a goal.
And it has a goal and is basically the Lord of the Rings world. A Lord of the Rings survival game.
Boom. That's the answer. This is not a question that I have on my list at all, but how is the Sap D&D going, by the way?
It's going well. It's actually we haven't done it for almost a month now.
Oh yeah, I guess it's slacking.
Well, I just like I asked us to skip 1 week, and then something else got in the way the next week, and then we had holidays like back to back. Oh, and then this previous Monday was the national championship, so Hop couldn't make it.
Oh yeah.
And if Alabama had made it, which we didn't, I would have been out for the same reason. But I mean, we're having a ton of fun. I did stream it originally, but I can appreciate that. Like I was like, what is watching a D&D session like? And I tuned into a stream and like I was just checked out 30 seconds. I was like, it is way too long of an investment.
Yeah, so I feel like you probably have to know like the lore.
Yeah, and like you got to be there for it, and there's just not much stimulation, you know. It's just like maybe a good bedtime story, but and then also it requires everyone to be a really good actor. Like it is meant for the people that are in it. Pikes don't be you guys played good. But yeah, I mean it's been hilarious. Like that is one of the strongest collections of funny people.
Yeah, you guys are a group for sure.
It's let's see. I'll read the names. It's so Val being the dungeon master is insane.
I
And
know
then
Val
it's
has done a lot of D&D stuff. I remember when Val used to play Sap. He used to be like a commentator, and he could like it was either Saturdays or Sundays. He could never show up because he always ran like a long time D&D loop or something like every week. So
yeah, and so now he's in one campaign and DMing ours. But it's Sag, Hop, me, Damon, Val, and Drummer Boy.
God, that's
And
such
it
a
is
sick group of people.
it's so good. Sag can't roll above a 5 to save his life, and it's so fucking funny. Although we've all had a case of the shit rolls. Like I rolled 3 nat ones back to back to back. It was kind of it was actually insane.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to ask about that because I think you guys were doing that, and I wanted to check in on how that was going. Final question comes from Damon. The most important question. I'll allow you to plead the fifth on this one if you want. Damon asks, "Are you
How big is my?
circumcised?" You're in the right mind space for that.
Yeah, I was about to say, how big is your hog? Is what I expected from Damon. But yes, that decision was made for me.
You didn't make it. You were.
I did not make it.
You were in the conference room.
Yeah.
The war room deciding.
Thanks. The answer is both. But if one is, you need some of both, but like there's nothing like a great ass.
Well, that's a great note to end it on. I appreciate your time, Cotty. Thanks for coming on. Where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Cotty or my Discord or talking shit in Tyler's chat.
Yeah, I'll make sure your Twitch link is in the description below for the YouTube viewers. So make sure you guys check out Cotty. He's the GOAT. One of the final 6 of my event, last one standing. Shameless plug, that is tomorrow at sometime. I can't even remember, at 7:30, I think. This is when we're doing EST. Pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm playing against Owl, and then immediately after it's you, and then the next day is my tournament.
Yeah.
And then the following week is your charity tournament.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing a tournament. I'm just doing a charity stream.
Your charity stream.
Yeah, on Saturday. So should be cool. Again, appreciate you for coming on, and yeah, have a good one, man.
Later, gamers.